In life, you don't always get the options, but sometimes there are. And similar thing happened when my wife had filled up the form for her exam that was supposed to happen somewhere in Rajasthan. The exam goes by the name REET, REET. To be frank, I do not know, and I have full form, and it would be foolish of me to just say something that doesn't match with the actual figure. Anyways, while filling up the form, she had the options, so we searched around and looked for the places which are well connected and there are options of reaching there. And the first one was Jaipur, the capital city, and the place where my elder brother is the host. Then another was Bharatpur, that is well known for a bird sanctuary that lies in the Bharatpur. And the third was Dholpur, then another, I don't remember, maybe Jodhpur. So there were all these options and we were quite confident that, believe it or not, most of the options are there in Jaipur and we would be able to grab an examination center somewhere in Jaipur and we would be able to beat. But situation went tense a little bit because it was not until around less than 10 days remaining that they released the admit card, and on that, there was no Jaipur, it was Dholpur. Now we had planned everything in the rush because we were quite skeptical about the possibility of getting the reservation once. All people rushed through reservations because this time many people from Uttar Pradesh had applied for this examination, so there was mass exodus at least on that day from UP, and that number would cross in lakhs. So that's interesting. And this was quite challenging when considering the point that once the information is released to people, they would rush for reservations. So we had planned earlier for Jaipur, but it went different. Everything doesn't goes by their plan. And now we started exploring for Dholpur. There was just 2 trains and one was somehow fit and we're not getting it directly, and one was waiting, another was confirmed, and it was RAC. And on that day, now we were ready. There was a change in plan and probably we would go there, relax, stay a day before, and on the next day we appeared for the examination. And during the night, it was a little awkward time because on the 9 p.m. in the night, the train had started and it was supposed to reach in Jaipur by 2 a.m. And when we reach home, everyone is awake anyways. In this lecture, we are going to only discuss how it went through Dholpur. We reached there, our hotel is pre-booked, which is one of the best hotels in town, and we ate the dinner in the nearby restaurant, which was quite humble and simple, but yeah, worth checking for a day. And the next morning we start with a booked auto and the weather is just lovely. It's a drizzle a bit, the weather is cloudy, and all around you feel that the winters are actually at the verge of coming. It's lovely, it's grassy fields all around, and the distance from Dholpur to the actual center that goes by the name of Baseli. The distance is around 45 to 48 kilometers. We go by road route. It feels as if we are on the countryside, and it would be such a great place to take a long drive and regenerate yourself, because such kind of route is, I haven't seen this kind of route at least in UP, because the population density is so high that there's lesser chances you'll get such a route. In Rajasthan there are many vacant lands that are owned by government, and there are different terrains, there are grasslands, there are heavy clouds that are totally greyish and darkish, and you can feel that as the time is passing that is getting more colder and darker, and you can see the greyish uniformity that indicates the rain is approaching us. Anyways, probably our route was different and the things had changed, and we reached the venue well before time. And though the wait was long, and everything went fine, and She did her examinations and came out quite cheerful. It's great when you do so many efforts and when you come out there's a smile on your face, because this is what you expect and this is what you should be. So anyways, the experience was quite different, but it was lovely because these kind of unusual experiences what you remember. Had it been happening all according to your planning, it would have been trivial, boring and not happening. It's not fun until it goes a little beyond, not much. Tragedy not involved, all good things combined together to make up a universal good experience for you. Something well, sharing, telling stories and maybe writing in your diary. I haven't yet. I will. That is all from my side today. There you go. Bye. Thank you.